What is a depressing truth you have made peace with? Sometimes people you care deeply about will choose to drop out of your life, and all you can really do is have the grace to let them. Edit. To everyone struggling with being left behind, and to everyone struggling with having to be the one to leave, I hope the pain eases for you soon. My grandpa just wanted to get to know me and the man I was becoming during his last year of life, which I was too young and too selfish to realize. This is coming from a firefighter. If you have to perform CPR on them, it's most likely over for the patient. I'm not sure if I've made peace with it completely, but I've accepted it at least. My dad passed away 6 weeks ago, and I will never see, hear, chat, or get to hug him ever again, and that forever is a long time. A friendship you thought would last forever can end in an instant. That at the end of the day, the only one I can rely on is myself. Being alive is expensive. No one is coming to help. I'm aging non-stop. I'm an alcoholic. My childhood is gone, and I have no good memory from that phase of my life. Edit. This blew up, which is kinda unfortunate and sad. Kinda amazed by the reception. Just because you think someone is the one, doesn't mean they think you are. There will be no cure for my spinal cord injury in my lifetime. It was initially very depressing to realize, but almost 3 years and I'm kind of okay with it. They should cure other stuff like ALS first, and if it has to be psi related, cure the nerve pain, or the bowel/bladder stuff. The not walking is very low on my list of priorities personally. I'm aware of ongoing research, but have no faith in any of it. We'd have to either revolutionize neurology or be very lucky. I'm kinda dumb tbh. My depression is very likely chronic. I'll be living with it for the rest of my life. What's the best example of women not understanding a man's body that you've ever heard? One of my exes got it in her head from Cosmopolitan magazine that if she squeezed my balls I'd make a funny noise. The noise I made was, I think I'm gonna go home. A coworker of mine was super disappointed that her partner didn't have an erection all the time, that he thought she was attractive. Apparently she went to the bathroom and to get a drink and he wasn't hard when she came back. She was sad that she had to break up with him because he's lying to her about finding her attractive. I'd be in real trouble if I had an erection every time I found someone attractive. I'd also be 11. I've got a cousin who lost one of his balls. One day over the years the conversation came up around my grandma and she says, it's a shame. He'll only ever be able to have boys or girls, but not both once he has kids. The whole room went dead quiet until someone was like, "Excuse me." She says, "Because he only has one. He can only either have boys or girls." I don't know how long she believed this, or even if we truly convinced her otherwise, but she was absolutely sure that one ball made boys, one made girls, and that was just how it all worked, and to this day that conversation stands out so vividly. Met a woman in college who legitimately thought that penises have jointed bones in them, like phalanges or something. When we tried to get her to realize how absurd that is, she said she assumed that's why erections were called boners. When I was a teenager, one of my friends had a sister about 3 years younger. One day, she asked him how big the stick he used was. Friend was confused, and she clarified. When you beat off, how big is the stick you hit your penis with? Edit. Bunch of us sitting around, laughing at what we used to believe. That the sperm crawled across the bed while mom and dad were asleep, for example. Buddy says his sister Lucy thought we used actual sticks to beat off. We're all WTF, and he tells the story above. We all howl with laughter. And, no, she wasn't evangelical or sheltered at all, she was actually a nice kid, and Buddy let her know without, demonstrating, what actually happens. I once heard a girl asking boys if they roll up their dong when they sit down to take a POO. That we need to reload between rounds. At the age of 25 I had a one-night stand, and after I came she asked why it became flaccid again and thought I didn't want any more sex. I'm not sure what kind of power machine her ex was, but she thought that a man was always erect when he was aroused, even after ejaculation. Edit. I get some weird-ass comments about this. The number of women who think that after I got a vasectomy meant I no longer had balls was very surprising. XGF punched me in the balls playfully, and as I folded in pain, she asks, "It hurts when I punch you in the penis?" Thinking that erections are 100% controllable/voluntary. That different men have different refractory periods, time required to recover between orgasms. Some men require mere moments, others require several hours, but this young lady at a work event was convinced that if you couldn't get hard again within minutes you obviously weren't that into it. Another one I overheard in high school was if he comes a lot that means he really enjoyed it. While this could be true, it is not a guarantee by any margin. It shrinks. I had to enlighten a female coworker once after she made a comment about guys not being able to pee unless we are hard. She was 35 at the time. Sometimes it simply just won't get up and it's not you. What totally innocent activity makes you feel like a pervert? Scanning a room and making accidental eye contact with someone more than once. Needing to adjust my underwear whilst outside. Sitting and mindlessly looking only to realize you're staring at someone. Looking in the direction of sudden movement in the locker room. My 4-year-old daughter had an accident while on vacation, so I went to Walmart to buy underwear. While at Walmart, my wife informed me that the margarita mix she bought did not include tequila. So I, a grown-ass man on his own, went through the checkout at Walmart with nothing but a package of little girls' underwear and a fifth of Juarez. I'm pretty sure I was also wearing a t-shirt that said "I'm fat. Let's party because Florida." Walking behind someone for too long, but I need to go that way, so there's nothing I can do about it. Waiting for my kids to come out of a public restroom. Looking at people at the pool. I work for an animal hospital, and anytime my hand graces a dog's dick area while giving a bath I feel like I'm going to jail. Edit, * grazes it was a fucking typo, guys. My hobbies are mountain biking and dirt bike riding, and I haul everything in a white van. I'm a middle-aged white guy. The other day I had lunch under a tree at a playground while sitting in the van. Parents were giving me the stink eye and started herding up their kids. I was wondering what was going on, then I realized I was the creepy guy in a rape van. Using my binoculars to watch birds. Also, using camera to photograph birds. Taking pictures or recording anything. My other friends have no issue in this, but I feel like an absolute creep. It's not like I'm taking pictures for personal interest, it just feels wrong to video or picture other people, even accidentally. Trying to read a women's shirt. Looking at other people work out so I can take notes on posture and techniques for lifting weights. I'm fairly new to it all. I don't like people walking behind me, so I generally let people walk ahead of me in the hall at work. I was asked by another male coworker who saw this if I was looking at women's butts, and that is why I let people ahead of me. I told him no and that I just don't like people behind me. He looked at me weird. It's almost better to be thought of as a pervert to some people than be kind of weird.